Hi, good evening. It is 7:01, now 7:02. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. I think we've let people in, and we're going to turn off the waiting room. Can everyone hear me okay? I apologize, I'm still at work, so I'm zooming in from the hospital. So
we can hear you.
Thank you, Principal Moss. I appreciate that. So this is the last meeting, and I know everyone's super busy, so we're keeping it relatively brief. My main message is to thank everybody. We've had a really successful year. I just wanted to go over what has happened since our last meeting. We have a few items that we talked about last time that were coming up that have occurred. You see if these links actually work. So we had the Crash Bash, which was our spring fundraiser and social events. Nope, the link's not gonna work. Plan B, just one moment. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay, there we go. So the Crash Bash. So I want to thank the committee, particularly our committee chair, Allison Moorhead, and our auction chair, Yasi Lotfi. Everyone here, I'm not going to read to everyone, but we had people who donated a lot of time, a lot of preparation went into this. We had people who donated money that we needed up front in order to actually secure the location. We were at the Flight Club. It was a dark place. Everybody loved it. The staff, the faculty that went there had a great time. We got positive feedback from everyone. It was an experiment. We'd never been there before, but it turns out that it's a really nice venue for people to just get to know each other and talk. And I think we're gonna do that again for sure next year. So thank you to these families here that made that possible, because without the deposit, we couldn't have secured the location. And then we had a ton of families that donated items, and we had an auction, and we raised, I think in the end, over $19,000. Mala can correct me if I'm wrong about that.
Almost 20,000 actually, yeah. Almost
$20,000, which is amazing because we had a fantastic time. So it was a lot of work in preparation, but at the end of the day, we were able to host all of the staff. So not just the teachers, but every staff member that wanted to go was able to go for free, and bring a guest at a very discounted rate. And we raised a lot of money. So anyways, that was a huge success. We also had the senior awards just this past week. This week on Monday. Senior awards. We, as the PTO, we gave away 7 $1,500 scholarships. So $10,500 in scholarships, plus hundreds of dollars worth of gift cards. We also, for the first time, gave medals. So if you've ever seen graduation, students walk across stage often with these ribbons and sometimes with medals from various organizations like National Honor Society. So now the PTO scholars will also have something to show for what they earned. And I have some pictures at the end of the PowerPoint from that event. This event this year was night and day compared to last year. There was, Mexican food as opposed to donated cookies. The event was packed. I mean, it seemed like every single student was there with family. We had lovely presentations. I mean, it was just, it was a really, really nice night. Dr. Elon was our committee chair, and his committee worked tirelessly. I mean, just very organized. So much planning went into it, and so many of the people on the committee do not have seniors. And these are people that were doing it just because the thought of their kids being seniors one day drove them to make sure that it was a really nice event. So it was really nice. And then last but not least, for our donors that donated at a certain level, the breakfast with the principal just happened on Wednesday. And that was a nice opportunity to see people face to face and thank them for making some of these things possible. I also have pictures in the slideshow for that. And then last thing is end of year events. I'm not going to read those to everyone, but for anybody who is not graduating or doesn't have their last child here and is interested in getting involved, this is a good time. We're getting started already on things for next year. So even though things seem like they're winding down, we're actually winding up. The class of 27 is knocking on the door. So if you're interested, please, at the end of the meeting, some of the committees are going to be going to breakout rooms. So that's it for me. And Aparna, you're here, and I hand off to you.
I don't think Aparna is here, Maria.
Okay, then hopefully everyone got a chance to look at the minutes. They went out over email last night. I will pull them up, but they're 3 pages long. So we're not gonna spend a ton of time, but we just need to review and get them voted into the record. So they're here. They're also on the website. If you didn't get a chance to look at them, you could look on your device. This may be too small depending on what you're looking at. This is from the last meeting, which was an in-person meeting, but the recording was placed on the website the same night. So if we have a motion to, unless there are any objections or changes. Mary, do you mind turning off the waiting room, please? Jancy is moving to approve. Do I have a second? Marlo seconds. All right, and we've got a poll, I think. Mary, I think you're going to have to do the poll. It says I'm logged in from another device. Someone may have knocked me off.
Yeah, I'm going to do. Yeah. We have 13 votes so far out of 25. More coming in. We have 60%, Maria. Maria, we have 15 of 25.
Okay. So did the motion pass? For some reason, I can't see the poll this time.
I can't either, Maria. So
Okay, so the motion passed?
Yes.
Okay, that was thrilling. Um, okay. All right. Next, we have the treasurer's report from Mala.
no, okay. Hey everyone, this is Mala, the treasurer for almost ending year 22-23. Yay! I was countdown. I was doing a countdown 2 days, 10 days, 1 down, 9 to go. All right, so in front of you, you guys have a statement of activity, beginning with, as usual, the friends and family donations. And then now, as Maria said, there's a line item for fish camp revenue started coming because PTO is just a liaison, like it's like a bank that holds some money for the fish camp, and then after all the expenses, give back to the class of 27. So the year has been ending, but it has also been starting. So yes, so that's the proof right there that things are also starting. So anyways, yes, so that's so fish camp is not our real revenue. Revenue is just something we hold on until everything is done, and we give it back to the class of 27 for whatever is left. So ignore the part of fish camp, please. And then we have a fall fundraiser, the spring fundraiser, sorry, not fall, where, as Maria mentioned, we raised almost $20,000 right there as well. So all in all, this statement has all the expenses so far, and that came all throughout the year. Now, keep in mind, this is a cash basis, so it doesn't show yet all the scholarship money that has been given out to the students, which was just given out actually not past, this week. And it also doesn't have expenses for the field day. So PTO this time collaborated with the school, and we participated in the field day by contributing Kona ice truck and the inflatables. So if your kid came home with a sugar high, PTO is a guilty because of the Kona ice right there. But anyways, that we almost incurred like not almost, like it was a $4,000 all in all. But that doesn't show it on this one yet because it's, as I said, it's a cash basis, and those expenses are yet to show in the bank. So other than that, this is how much so far we have raised and we have spent. So that is the statement of activity. And it will be posted online on the website. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at treasurer@cvhspto.org for any questions. And the year has not ended. I mean, usually all the new the demand from the not demand, like the ask from the teachers and the students come at the end of the year for some of their camps. Like in the past, PTO has sponsored journalism camp, which was run by Miss Lee. So, but I don't know who's going to do it this year. But in the past, that does come up in the summer as well. So you will have a better picture of how much we spent by the end of June. So that is from my end. Thank you so much. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask me. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. So while she was talking, I decided to go ahead and show some of the pictures of some of the events. I did forget to mention Field Day.
Yes.
Yes, we had an amazing committee. Andrea headed that up, and parents just were out there sweating and running and sacrificing to run those events. So the kids had a lot of fun. And Field Day is something that the school has always done, on their own, and they would have done it anyways, but we were able to contribute Kona ice and snacks and inflatables, a dunk tank, things like that. So hopefully they enjoyed it more. So I think that Mary, our communications and IT VP, is going to take it next.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm very, very happy to report that I completed my first year without any injuries for flooding everybody's inbox. And also, my committee, my one-man committee, and Maria very much helps me. We are the one responsible for sending out all the emails and social media. So this past week, we have been very busy. Like Maria mentioned, we had a lot of activities going on. So you might have seen a lot of updates on Instagram and Facebook and your inbox. And very, very encouraged to see a lot of people signed up for committee positions within IT and communications committees. We will be working, and this summer, our team is going to be very, very busy for migrating all the tools to membership toolkit. So you will see a lot of changes to the website and how we will be operating the tools that we will be PTO will be using and accessing. You will see a bit of changes and more to come. And I'm very, very excited to have two incoming freshman parents, as well as our existing PTO members signed up for this position. So this committee will have a total of 5 for next year. So it's a big move, move from one-member committee to a 5-member committee. Thank you everybody for signing up for various positions within our committee. So any questions you have from communications or IT perspective, you can always reach out to me, communications@cvhspto.org. And I can say with my first year, it is a very fulfilling experience working for this PTO and to serve this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've grown a lot, and I'll say that all of us are busy people. So if you feel like, oh, you have a particular talent, but you're just too busy, we find a way. We all just kind of ebb and flow and work around one another. So if you have something that you feel like, oh, that PTO, they really ought to do X better, I could do it better, please, come and help us. We're all just parents, we're all just volunteers. And, if you're going to be here for another year or 2 or 3, or like many of us have more than one child and you end up being here for 8 years, definitely come and help. We can use everybody's talents to make the school better. So I'm thrilled for Mary that she's getting help, because that was my position before, and it's hard getting help in communications. Okay, so Gari, did she make it in? Speaking of which, she's traveling right now for work, so I think she may still be en route.
Yeah, she's not in.
Okay, all right, so I'm gonna put on Gari's hat. So for volunteers and membership, the main thing for the summer, it happens if you're not familiar with this, We always talk about VIPs, and that's something HISD requires of any parent volunteer. Basically, even if you're not super involved with PTO in particular, even if you just want to chaperone a dance or come on campus for any reason, or even if you just want to volunteer for something off campus, if you want to do anything with a child anywhere, HISD requires that you be cleared to make sure that you're not a creep. So and so this is a requirement all over the district. So VIPS is the name of the program, and it's pretty quick and painless. It's online, and it resets every summer, usually July 1st, sometime in July, but it changes. So I'm not sure when the date is going to be, but it happens over the summer, and then sometimes there's a backlog. So if you want to do it now during the meeting while we're all thinking about it, put it in your calendar, your personal planner, or something, an alarm for July 1st to remind you to check the website, to go to vanguardian.org and check the volunteer website, because everyone has to re-register. It resets. And the reason why that matters is because if you're going to do anything at all whenever school starts, or if you're planning on going to fish camp or doing anything, and you wait until the last minute, there may be a backlog. So that's the main thing for over the summer for volunteers. The other thing for membership for GARI is committees. We are revamping committees right now. We're in that process. We want to rename them and restructure them to match kind of what happened after COVID. A lot of things got changed. A lot of things went online, and some things went away. Some things got restructured, and we're having elections tonight. So whenever we bring on our new board members, we'll finalize some things. So if you have volunteered to be on a committee or a committee chair, thank you. There may be more than one person that signed up for a particular spot. If we're so lucky to have more than one person, then we're going to look at who signed up for what, and then talk to those people and see whether or not they may have talents that lie one way or another. So please don't feel like we're ignoring you. We will definitely use everybody, but we're just waiting for our new board members to get here so that we can, ask them what they're looking for and finalize committees. So that's GARI's piece for tonight. Susan, are you here?
Yeah, Susan is here. Yeah, Susan, I saw her.
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can. So Susan is our past president, and she is our FACE representative, and I think she has news for us.
Yes, I do. We did so FACE is the Family and Community Engagement Group through the district, and they work to rate schools based on parent involvement. Really, they're more geared towards helping schools build parent involvement and not the level that Carnegie does. And so I say that because I don't want anybody to be upset that we own which is from the time period we had a goal rate. So I worked on that initially with the faculty representative, and we just got that news, and so we're very pleased with that. And pretty soon you will see a nice big.
So you were cutting out a little bit, but I think what Susan was saying is that we worked hard to get a gold designation for the school, and we got that. So pretty soon we'll see a nice sign in front of the school saying that?
Okay, we lost.
I think we lost Susan. Okay, well, so that's basically it. So you know how some of the schools have different designations in front of them, the signs. You know, we were able to get, based on everything that PTO has done this year, all of the different programs and all those pictures we were showing, and what I found interesting because they wanted flyers, and like, you know, these are high school students, we don't send home flyers, they would never make it to us, but so we had to do a little bit of backtracking to help them put this together, to show proof of everything we've done. And in doing that, some of the things that we were pulling out, you know, you forget how much you do until you start really having to show it to somebody else. And some of the things that they were asking about were things that parents did on their own that were not official PTO events. And it really, actually, I got a little bit emotional because our parents, you know, like, we're amazing. Like the things that our parents do, because we have so many parents that volunteer outside of these official channels. Like, we have all of these groups that do panels for teachers, clubs, groups, you know, just lending their expertise based on their jobs, because a club needs parents that are in a certain profession. We've got parents that go in and they are chaperoning, you know, at the 11th hour because, you know, the student group that's doing the dance, for example, forgot to ask for chaperones. As you know, it happens because they're too busy studying and they forget to ask. So, okay, PTO comes in, we come in with chaperones, but no, they're not satisfied just chaperoning. They insist on also bringing pizza, snacks, drinks, you know, like a million other things, because I mean, that's how they are. So I just, so many different things. And so all of that extra stuff that our parents do went into the reports that Susan brought to this group, FACE, Family and Community Engagement, for the whole school district. And because of that, we were designated a gold school. So what does that mean? We get a sign. It's just one more accolade for our school. So, and it's one that's not based on academics, but it's based on our relationship with families, and that's nice. Okay, so I think state of the school, Principal Moss.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I have so much to be thankful for. I wanted to say thank you to all of the parents and especially the PTO for organizing the teacher and staff appreciations. We had a full day of fun with field day and awards recognitions, also senior awards. And then we still have upcoming some senior activities, including their senior trip. We couldn't do any of this without our parents and all the things that you do, whether it's volunteering for various different things or even your financial contributions. We truly appreciate that, which I don't know if it was mentioned earlier, we're very close to our 100K goal. So thank you once again. I get ask this question probably every day, what's going to happen with the TEA takeover? And that is yet to be seen. I know we're all kind of, I guess we're anxiously awaiting, but we probably won't know those answers until sometime in June. And we hope to learn and understand what TEA's Board of Managers have in store for us. But as of now, it's business as usual. And I would like to hope that the majority of our HSD campuses, are going to continue doing business as usual and be just fine. For finals, May 25th and 26th, which are a Thursday and a Friday, and also May 30th and 31st, that's a Tuesday and a Wednesday. Students mostly have 2 finals every day. The last final for each of those days ends at 12:40, and students are welcome to depart campus, especially if they have private vehicles as a pickup. But we will be offering lunch for those students who want to partake of lunch. So it's a 30-minute lunch. And then those who ride buses, buses will be released at 1:17 p.m. The building will be shut down at that time so that teachers can take care of business, do their grading, submit their grades, so on and so forth. And for our seniors and parents of seniors and family of seniors, as you know, we have our graduation on Tuesday evening, May 30th at 7 p.m. at Del Mar Fieldhouse. It is indoors. And so I'm sure you have received information about that. But if you did not know, each senior receives 18 paper tickets to the graduation. So that should be plenty. And if you need more, seniors are certainly welcome to speak to their peers in order to acquire tickets that others may not be using. And last but not least, I want to give a great big thanks once again to all of our parents, but especially the PTO Executive Board, who I've worked hand in hand with this entire year. And you are phenomenal. You did phenomenal work. And every year it seems like the bar keeps getting set higher and higher. So thank you again on behalf of all of the students, faculty, administration, and staff at Carnegie Vanguard High School. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Principal Moss. You'd think at the end of the year I'd know how to run this, but I still don't. Okay. The last, but very important thing, our vote for the executive board for next year. Last meeting, the nominating committee presented the slate for next year. Everyone should have that. Sorry, there's not a link there. Everyone should have that. It's been up on the website. Do we have a motion to vote?
This is Marlo. I move to vote on the slate of nominees for the 2023-2024 school year for PTO.
That's Marlo Rankin. And Jancy seconds. All right. And I still don't have the polls. Mary, can you put the poll up there? Please. And if anyone has a question, who's a voting member, probably you wouldn't want to be here if you weren't a voting member, but. And I vote yes.
I think whenever you're sharing, right, you cannot see the poll.
Yeah, and although I can't see the poll either. I can't vote and I can't see it. I don't know why it's being like, I'm gonna blame the hospital computer.
No, it was like that for me when I share. Yeah, I cannot see it at all.
Yeah, but it's not letting me share it either.
Yeah. We have 59%. We need more than half, right? Or 2 by
Yes.
3rd.
The majority of voting members.
Yeah, nobody voted no. We have 67% approved.
Okay.
I mean, 70% participated, 100% yes.
Okay, so the motion passes.
Okay.
All right. Well, congratulations. Let's do this again. All right. So the last thing, financial review committee. So the bylaws dictate that the financial review committee be selected by the incoming president. So that's me again. At the final meeting of the year, which is now, there are certain rules for the minimum members of the meeting of the committee. The financial review committee reviews the finances of the previous year. We do it over the summer after the fiscal year ends. So that's June 30th. And then we usually need a couple of weeks to, close out the books and whatnot. So we'd be meeting sometime after July 15th, probably. Sometime between July 15th and the beginning of the school year. One of the members of the committee has to be an outgoing executive board member. So that is only 3 people that it can be. One person has to be an incoming member. So that person can be me. So I can satisfy the minimum. That doesn't mean another incoming member can't do it. But one person needs to be a general member, a non-executive member. So other than that, anyone else who's interested in being a part of this audit process is welcome to be a part of it. If you have the time and the interest. So the bylaws are in the agenda online and have been all month. So if you're interested in being in the financial review committee, whenever we adjourn the meeting, stay after. You just need to make the time commitment. It's a little bit dry, but if finances are your jam, please, all are welcome. And that is the end of business. Anyone else who has anything for committees or anything to report that we didn't already cover, the floor is open.
So we have few chat. Jancy is saying Dr. Ilan will be interested in financial review committee. So we will consider that and get back to him. Let's see whether there are any other questions. No.
Thank you, Andrea. All right, well, I am going to adjourn the meeting, but I'm gonna, the agenda with all the pictures are going to be left on the website for anyone to review. Best of luck to everyone with the end of the year. I know the kids are stressed. I'm stressed, but we've had a really good year, and we've been able to do a lot of good things. A lot of the stuff that we do never sees the light of day, but we deal with a lot of late night phone calls, emails from teachers, kids that make it to UIL, state, nationals, whatnot, hotels, things that, you know, no one really knows about. And because we raise the money, we're able to be the answer. We're able to say yes. And that is because of everything that everyone here does. So we're very thankful. So hopefully we'll continue to be able to do the stuff. So have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria.
Thanks.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Night.
Good night.
So the board and anyone who's interested in being on the financial review, I'm gonna leave the meeting open for that. Marlo, Danielle, and Aparna are the only ones who can be on can fill that role. Susan, you look so cool.
She looks like she's already on vacation.
Yep, she's done.
I have my favorite backdrop, but really I'm wearing sunglasses for a very goofy reason, which is that I can't find my readers, and these have a reading inset. So now I can see what I'm writing in the chat. So since I've busted in, I had computer troubles earlier and dropped, and I'm really sorry. So if anybody has any more questions about FACE, I would be happy to answer them. My internet cut out at just at the perfect time.
But I have a question. When do we get our digital sign? I saw another school who had gotten a platinum. Who was it? Person?
That is a great question. All I know is that is coming soon. Mr. Moss may have more information than I do at this point, but that was the last information I had.
Okay. Yeah, because I was trolling all of HISD looking, I was going to steal somebody's since I knew that we'd gotten it. I couldn't find one. But yeah, anyways, so there's that, and then is Principal Moss still on, or did he skedaddle? Yeah.
So since I did miss something, where in the process of the meeting are we?
The meeting is adjourned, and
Okay.
the financial review committee, I was hoping that, well, but Danielle and Aparna aren't here, so I wanted to see which of the three outgoing would be willing to commit to being the selection, being the financial review committee person. heard a voice.
Okay, so I am
I'm
not
willing-
financial review
willing to
committee,
do
so
it.
this is my cue to sign off. Is that right?
I mean, you can be the old, like me. I mean, I meet the minimum requirement, but if you want to, you can be.
I think I will say no. However,
I
if
knew.
you need me, like if nobody will do it and you need me, you know where I am.
Since I'm gonna do it, nobody else from the old execs have to do it.
Okay, well, in that
But you're
case, good
welcome.
night, everybody. I'm sorry I made a dramatic exit earlier, and welcome to the new year. See you soon.
Bye.
I'm willing to do it, Maria. I don't know, but I will say if Aparna and Danielle step up, I'm more than willing to step down just because I'm a senior and maybe they'd want to kind of see, you know.
As long as I've got at least one person down, we can always have more than one, and you know it's a minimum of 3. But I want to make sure that I at least have, you know, the minimum down because I'm a stickler for rules. So thank you, and it's basically, you know, just us, you know, doing a random audit, like, hey, what's this? Mala, show us, you know, show us your work. And
Yeah, so
it's fun.
it's like
I love
you are-
giving Mala
you
a hard
are-
time.
it's just like you guys are all gonna be my enemies, and you guys are gonna be like, okay, we are throwing balls at you, and I'll try to save myself.
Hold on, my dog's gonna start barking.
It's okay. The dog is welcome too. So it's
Well,
fine.
sign me out. That just sounds like so much fun.
I'd love to sit for a day and give Mala a hard time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anybody who doesn't like Mala, this is a time.
What's not to love about you?
Exactly.
Oh, ask my kids. They'll tell you there's a long list.
Yeah, so go ahead. I mean, like I said, if Aparna and Danielle feel like it's something that they want to experience and they're going to continue at Carnegie, then I'll bow out, but you can count on me to be around.
Okay.
Okay. I'll ask them too, as long as we've got at least one of you down, but I'm going to put you down for now. And then we've got Elon and then Kelly also.
Yeah, that's perfect. So Ilan, Kelly, Maria, and Marlo or Daniel or Aparna. So